us up if you would, please.
You're up, Commissioner.
Okay, we're back into session. This is a meeting for a public hearing for the vacation request for approximately 2/10 of a mile of McDaniels Road. In this process, we'll hear comments from our staff. We'll also open it up for public opportunities to speak. All speakers must speak into the microphone and give their name and address. All comments shall be addressed to the hearing body, be relevant to the hearing, and not be of a personal nature. There's a 3-minute time limit. We'll avoid repetitive comments. If there's unruly behavior is prohibited. Anyone that is will be escorted out of the chambers. So we'll go ahead and invite staff up first.
Are you ready to open the hearing?
Oh, yeah.
Mr. Chairman, I move that we open the public hearing.
We have a motion. All in favor, say aye.
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 Good morning, Commissioners. Mike Jaglowski, Bannock County Engineer. Thank you for considering this public hearing and this petition. We have provided a summary in our staff report, plus almost a quarter ream of paper of different deeds and things like that to help try to understand how this property, adjoining property, has come to pass on this. I have with me Kyle Burmester, Public Works Director. He's integral in this process as he has jurisdiction over the streets and roads and different things. And with this vacation proposing and petitioning that this road be vacated, I've been in contact with Kyle several times with respect to this. Also in attendance is Mr. Cole Jacobson. He's the applicant. Just to let you be aware. Cole Jacobson is petitioning the county commissioners to vacate a portion of West Daniels Road. I think if you were to go to the record of survey, it gives you a really good idea. And this is noted as, I don't want to say exhibit, but this is our second attachment after his letter. On there, this gives a legal description. And then also on the second page, it kind of gives you more of a site map or vicinity of this. As it stands right now, there is a 50-foot right-of-way for approximately 802 feet across the top. This property, part of his purpose, which you can find in his letter, is that this road bisects his property. It also goes in, just to the north of Wade W. and Jill L. Egan, where it looks like they have some silos up there, and it also goes just to the south of KMP Properties LLC. On there, part of our packet that we provided earlier is letters of authorization from all three of those entities. Which is the Jacobsons and also the Egans and also KAP Properties LLC, agreeing to this petition. This property, not this property, but as you may look at the petitioner's request for vacating this right-of-way, is that it bisects his property. He reports that there's, children kind of going back and forth, and he's, moving tractors and equipment and so on and so forth with respect to being able to go across that road. And at this point, he would like to have that vacated and to deed it back, or not deed it back, but become part of his, his property that he has there. Couple Idaho State Code sections I wanted to bring to light. Section 50, 1306A, it gives the procedures for vacating right-of-way, specifically 50-1306A 6. It talks about the procedures when public streets or right-of-ways are located within the boundaries of the highway district. In this case, it's Bannock County. The highway district commissioners shall assume the authority to vacate the public streets and right-of-way as provided in section 40-203 state code or Idaho code. I have provided both those for you if you wish to review them. Section 40-203 provides the procedure to vacate county and highway district or public right-of-ways on there. I have reviewed both those, and I see that we have followed those procedures, and I am, and Kyle is available for questions should you have any.
So, I do. Looking at these maps. Portion that's being vacated.
May I write on this?
Yes.
Portion that's being vacated is right there. Which, and then this is Mr. Jacobson's property is here to there. I'll take this and I can give this to you also, but this is in your packet, or I hope it's in your packet. This portion right here, sir.
Okay, so because we can't see this, we'll need it for the record. Please indicate what portion you're highlighting.
Sure. Absolutely. Would you like that?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, please refer to attachment number 2.
Okay.
On here, north of course is going up. There is a combination of a shaded area
Mm-hmm.
and also a hatched area.
So on
Yes,
that,
sir.
and I'll just, so I was under the impression it was McDaniels Road that you wanted to vacate.
That's correct.
So
There's-
McDaniels goes away, and then the road in the top of the triangle from the north, the top of the triangle that runs from east to west at the north end of the property, that piece is staying?
No, that piece is being vacated.
Okay, so not McDaniels that curves, you want to vacate the straight piece?
Right, if you drill, yes. There,
That was my
That was mine,
misunderstanding.
because I thought you
it
wanted
was
to
the
take the
curved
curve piece.
part.
I was like, that
It's a
doesn't,
straight piece.
I was like, that doesn't make a lot of
It's a
sense.
straight piece. because
you know
if you
what,
look at it-
Yeah.
I apologize. I should have taken more
look at
time
that
to
right
describe
there.
that in the
Yeah,
staff report.
well, and I saw that, but then when it says the vacation of McDaniels Road is, according to the maps, the road that then would curve around from the direction of travel south to north, and then it curves around in a north to south easterly direction, and then curves. I thought that was the portion that was being vacated, that bottom portion.
No.
Okay, so
No,
I'm clear
in my
now.
staff report,
I'm clear now.
that is the new road, and the new road, I want to correct this, is 70, 80 plus years ago, that new road was established to kind of, to create that triangle piece in there. I misstated that. It said that was placed 10 or so years ago, and that's
Okay.
incorrect.
I just wanted to make sure, because I thought for a minute there it was the north, but the McDaniels Road, the way it's written, it's just, that's why we have these discussions.
So, the intersection, or this road itself, it hasn't been used for a while, the one that we're vacating?
The one that we're vacating is usually once a year blade and very, very minimal, if any, cars ever travel on it.
So it's essentially a side road
It's
that's.
just
We
maybe
have
a
to
cutoff
maintain
once in a
and-
great while somebody might use it, because the surrounding roads, McDaniels has a little higher traffic
Yeah.
count, but
It looks like
like,
a more used road.
yeah, and that backer that this meets into is a dirt road with very minimal.
And McDaniels is a gravel road, correct?
Mhm.
Okay.
So this is
I have driven down that then, and I'm familiar with that. My one question would be just, is the angle of approach coming back from the direction of travel on McDaniels coming from the east and then curving around and going down to the south, is that's a fairly tight, acute angle, thank you. Is there, where we're just blading that, is there a way we can blade that off just to make it that if somebody does decide to go right,
There is a pretty good sized triangle there that you can,
that we can get
Yeah,
around
it's not
and there's not a blind corner coming in there, and so people, okay, that's just, I don't want another Parks and Buckskin.
Yeah,
That's what we're trying to avoid, is we don't want, you know, somebody trying to come in and merge on that corner, and if they can't see when they're coming around and somebody clip them, or kids playing, a lot of dirt bikes, that kind of stuff. Just let's, you know, if we can avoid those problems for the future, that's what we want to do.
What access are we denying the public if we do this?
Commissioner, that's a great question. And I'll address it this way. From McDaniels Road, and for the record, the McDaniels Road that heads east and west, and then curves to the south and connects with Thacker Road. The KAP Properties LLC and also the Egan's property there can be still be accessed from McDaniels Road.
Okay.
On that. And in their letters, that is something that we look for, and they didn't specifically talk about access, but they did agree with this, knowing that was going to be, I don't want to say taken, but that access is going to be denied in the future. However, that is, you know, part of their property.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you. Any other further questions?
No,
Okay.
I'm clear.
Okay, we'll open this up for public. Those four,
There was Mr. Chairman, there was a letter that was submitted in support of, it appeared, from the petitioner, I believe, Cole, correct? Okay, so I would just ask that be noted as a 4 and into the record.
Is that part of the packet, Commissioner?
That was part of the packet, but just noted that was a 4 testimony.
all right. Nikki Taysom? You have 3 minutes pertaining to this subject.
Nikki Taysom, General Delivery, Pocatello, Idaho 83201. I oppose this because, one, there's some clarity that needs to be validated in the formal documents. And also, I would have liked to have seen the other people affected by this decision, although you have written maybe record. I would like to have had them personally here to hear their actual words stated. Because there could be some things that are not above board here. And the fact that they could have everything shut down later definitely would make me want to hear their side of the story in person. And that kind of thing has happened before, where something is agreed to there and then down the road another plan happens that is negative. So that is why I'm opposing this. And you know, granted, if it was just his property and it was going through his own and that was all that was affected, I would be for it. But with other people involved and that there's some discretion, you know, question regarding the documentation, I think that needs to be corrected definitely before you approve it. Share it in the name of Jesus.
No one else signed up to testify? Any further questions?
No.
Board?
Nope.
Motion to come out?
Oh,
Is that okay?
Well, you didn't sign up, but
Oh.
I'll allow you because you're the petitioner.
Okay. I just wanted to say that I'm Cole Jacobson, and thank you for taking this time. And the real reason is just I'm not taking. I know in the wordage it says I'm taking land, but I've talked to Peck and my cousin Wade, and all I'm doing is just making it like a private driveway. I'm not taking land from him or him or him. I'm just going to put up an archway and try to limit the traffic so my kids, when we're going back and forth to get my tractors and stuff, you know, and like I say, you got that access 0.2 of a mile the other way. So,
Mr. Chairman, if I may.
Yes.
Just some questions. The other landowners, were they aware of this hearing today, to the best of your knowledge?
I know Wade was,
Okay.
and I'm pretty sure Kevin was, Peck.
Do you know if there has been any conversation or testimony that they may have cause or reason not to be in favor of this, to the best of your knowledge?
I would say absolutely not, because I've been talking to Kevin Peck actually quite frequently lately, because I'm in the process of buying that piece of ground from him. So, and he knows what's going on, and then Wade's my cousin.
So the land under the road is owned by who?
Under the road.
Under the road, because it's an easement, is what it is the roads. Roads have easements.
Uh-huh.
So who owns the property to the left and the right? It's you and then somebody else, correct?
Yep.
And then you're going to buy that property, correct?
Hopefully.
Okay, so it's in process of you will be the landowner.
On both
And the
sides.
people around it are your immediate family
Yep.
and other people that have given you communication.
Yep.
And they are not here today.
No.
Okay. Was This will be a general question probably for Mike from the galley. Was this meeting noticed according to state law?
Yes, sir.
All right, thank you, that's all I needed. Thank you.
All right.
Thank you.
Commissioners, your staff should have sent letters to any.
Yes, they did. Yes, they did, for the record. Mr. Chairman, I move that we close the public hearing.
We have a motion, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Passes unanimously.
Mr. Chairman, I would move to approve the vacation of the indicated road and request a resolution be prepared for the signing of the commissioners at earliest convenience.
We have a motion, any questions, comments, concerns? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Passes unanimously.
You might want to put on the record why it's in the public interest to vacate that. If you want, or we can put it in your writing.
Mr. Chairman, I would ask that in that, the cost to the county, it does not serve a public good to have an additional piece of road. There is a safety factor of health and safety to the owner of the property to the south of this piece of property and to the owner of the north piece of property. While there was concerns raised that people may not be known, it is not the government's job to forcibly require them to show up to a hearing. Furthermore, I would ask that these pieces of road be reviewed and make sure that the taxpayers are not paying for unneeded expense that this road appears to be a duplicate of.
With that being said, we have a motion, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Thank you, legal
Ryan.
counsel. And we are at recess till